Hold up. So you're trying to move to Houston, but you don't know about these things? Houston is known for its diverse culture, its economic opportunities, and its unique lifestyle. So it attracts people from all walks of life. However, as with any major decision, it's essential to weigh the pros and cons to see if Houston is the right place for you. So we're going over 8 pros and 8 cons so you can make the right decision for you and your family. This is Adam Ziegler. I'm a Houston real estate agent. Consider liking, subscribing if you're interested in the Houston area real estate market. Okay, let's go over the pros of living in Houston first. Number one, it's diverse culture. Houston's cultural diversity is a hallmark of the city. With a population hailing from all parts of the world, the city is a melting pot of traditions, languages, and cuisines. This diversity creates an enriching experience for the residents, as well as contributes to a vibrant cultural scene. Number two, affordable housing. One of the major advantages of living in Houston is its affordable cost of living, particularly when compared to the other major U.S. cities. Housing costs, whether you're looking to rent or buy a home, are relatively more manageable, making it an attractive option for those seeking budget-friendly living arrangements. Number three, economic opportunities. Houston's robust job market is a magnet for professionals across industries such as energy, healthcare, and aerospace. The city's thriving economy offers a wide range of job opportunities, making it an ideal destination for those looking to advance their careers. Number four, no state income tax. Unlike many other states, Texas does not impose a state income tax. This tax advantage can lead to substantial savings over time, allowing you to keep more of your hard-earned money. Number five, it's a thriving food scene. Houston is a paradise for foodies, enthusiasts, and even those just wanting to experience more. It offers a diverse array of dining options, from upscale restaurants to street food vendors and everything in between. The city's culinary scene caters to various tastes and preferences. Number six, cultural amenities. If you're a fan of the arts and culture, Houston won't disappoint. The city is home to numerous museums, theaters, galleries, and cultural institutions. You'll have ample opportunities to immerse yourself in these intellectual and artistic experiences. Number seven, favorable weather. Houston's climate is relatively mild during the winter months, and that allows for enjoyable outdoor activities. And while the summers can be hot and humid, the city's mild winters are definitely welcome. Number eight, like we talked about earlier, these job opportunities. The city's job market offers diversity with opportunities spanning from healthcare, technology, and especially the oil industry. And this makes Houston an attractive destination for individuals seeking career growth. And just as a bonus pro here, there's a general warm hospitality that you'll get from everybody you meet here in Houston. If you just walked up to a random stranger, they will gladly engage in conversation with you. Okay, so we just went over the pros of living in Houston, and they're pretty convincing. But we also need to go over the cons to have a full picture of what Houston is like. Number one, traffic congestion. Houston's rapid growth has led to significant traffic congestion and long commute times. Navigating the city during rush hours can be a challenging aspect of daily life for residents. Number two, weather extremes. The city experiences extreme weathers, which include hot and humid summers and the occasional hurricane and flooding. And since we do live near the coast, that's to be expected, but residents need to be prepared for these range of weather conditions. Number three, transportation. And I'll leave this up to you whether you think it's a pro or a con. We do have public transportation, but it is not the greatest. However, moving about the city is okay. You can rent one of those scooters or bikes to go around the city and just drop it off anywhere and the company will pick it up. But it can produce pretty long commutes if you are driving by car and kind of difficult navigating the city. With one-way streets here and there, it can impact both convenience and quality of life. Number four, air quality. Unfortunately, the city's industrial activity contributes to air pollution, and it raises concern about air quality and potential health effects. So individuals with respiratory conditions may need to take extra precautions or live more in the suburbs where you're not really experiencing too much of that. Number five, flooding. As mentioned earlier, we do have some extreme weather, in particular when it comes to water. And not just during hurricanes, but just during normal rain. Like during the rainy season, it's common to see streets flooded here and there, and some housing as well. So just be prepared, look at a flood map before coming here, and ask your realtor to either look for a house that's not in a flood zone, or you can do it yourself. Number 6, humidity. It's hard to explain this kind of challenge, like just having humidity is a problem. However, when it comes to being in Houston, it's pretty uncomfortable. So just being prepared for that will help somebody moving down here just know like you're probably going to be sweating, and it's probably a good idea to have a dehumidifier running if it's not already attached to your AC. Number 7, limited walkability. Houston's car-dependent layout and limited walkability can make it challenging for pedestrians and cyclists. However, it has been doing a better job of adding cycle lanes throughout the Houston area. And so this could affect your lifestyle choices if you prefer walkable neighborhoods. And number 8, again, this is a pro and a con at the same time. It's the cost of living. And so while Houston's overall cost of living is lower than many other major cities, some expenses like healthcare and utilities can be significant, especially in the hot season when you're running the AC 24/7. And so it's essential to budget accordingly there. There you have it, 8 pros and 8 cons to living in Houston. And I just want to answer a few questions here that I've gotten when it comes to living in Houston. So here we go. My first question is, can you live in Houston without a car? And without a doubt, the answer is yes, but you have to live in the right spots. Houston has a very car-dependent layout. So they plan the city with cars in mind. However, they have been doing a better job, like I said earlier, of adding these cycle lanes, adding more public transportation, and especially in the suburbs, you may find trolleys, you may find just free access to public transportation. Meanwhile, there's parking lots that you can pay for to travel to your job and just park your car so you can be in a safe spot right there. And so if you prefer a car-free lifestyle, you may consider living in these other areas with better access to public transportation and amenities within that walking distance. My second question is, are you able to live in Houston, Texas on a starting salary? Yes, you can live in Houston on a starting salary. If you have a starting salary of about 50, you are able to live in one of the higher end living suburbs. And so if you choose an area that isn't quite so high cost of living, you are able to live in Houston comfortably with a starting salary. So it brings me to, where would you live in Houston? And choosing the right neighborhood in Houston is pretty important, and it depends on your preferences and needs. So families might consider family-friendly neighborhoods like the Woodlands or Sugarland, and young professionals might find areas like Midtown or Montrose appealing due to the nightlife and just cultural offerings there. And so before moving to Houston, you may want to research which areas fit your lifestyle and the things and places that you want to be there. How expensive is Houston? Well, compared to other US major cities, Houston offers a lot more affordable cost of living. And so while expenses like housing and dining out can be budget friendly, other factors like healthcare and transportation should be considered when evaluating the overall affordability. And these can range pretty widely depending on where you are and where you need to be in Houston, because even just going a couple miles across Houston can take 30 to 40 minutes, depending on where it is and where you need to go and at what time you need to be there. Our last question here is, how's life in Houston? And to answer this frankly, Houston is what you make it. I mean, you've got a job market that's incredible and growing, affordable housing from new construction to the Heights, where it's incredible living there, as well as the suburbs. And so there's a wide range, because Houston is so big, the wide range accommodates all kinds of lifestyles. When it comes to traffic, there's quite a bit of traffic going into Houston, coming out of Houston, especially during school or during work, during those busy work hours from 8 to 9 or 5 to 6. But other than that, I mean, life in Houston can be rewarding for those who value its offerings and are prepared to tackle, any challenges. And I would say, just personally, it is what you make it. I mean, there is a lot of entrepreneurs out there, a lot of side hustles, a lot of employees, employers, lots of opportunity for sure. I just want to leave you with this note, and this can help you decide whether Houston is a good place to live. And it really depends on your priorities and tolerances of different things and events and challenges that come with living in Houston. But I would highly suggest it. I love Houston. I love the suburbs of it. They do a great job of just including everything. And while it's an ideal destination for some, if you don't enjoy the heat, you may consider not. But even if you don't enjoy it, maybe enjoy the opportunity. It is something to counterbalance, right? Weigh out those pros and cons, like traffic, weather, where you're going to live in Houston, whether it's north or south or east or west. I mean, you really need to make an informed decision there. Don't forget about schools and the opportunity that you have in that area and how long it's going to take you to get to where you need to be. Just keep that all in mind, and I'll let you decide. Would you like to live in Houston? And where would you want to live in Houston? Do you live in Houston? I'd love to know. What are your pros and cons of living in Houston? I'm a real estate agent in the Houston area. If you're considering buying, selling, or investing in the Houston area, definitely reach out to me on my socials. They'll be in the description below, as well as hit that like button, subscribe.